All right, Adam, welcome to the broadcast. Here we are live.
Yeah, what a great night for some hockey. I think we got Saskatoon weather and we're ready to go here.
No question about it. We'll start out with the Hendricks line with Mead and Wilson. Good to see Wilson back on the ice after a little sidetrack soccer match in St. Louis.
Our aggressiveness, early PP is the reward.
So we're going to get a penalty here at 4:32 in the first period. A little late to the draw for the game. We're going to continue to get set up here, folks. Meanwhile, we'll get hopefully some zone time.
Good news is we know the whistles work.
Which is a little bit of a departure from our tournament down in Edina from a couple weekends ago.
Yep.
So this will come out to the point to Joseph. She'll look for space. She'll plop one in. Steered to the right of the Warrior goaltender. This one doesn't quite make it through traffic. It'll give it a chance for Orono to clear. Joseph will give chase to the corner. That'll be icing, and we'll get one all the way back down in the Wayzata zone.
Looks like the two teams are feeling each other out a little bit. Still warming up maybe a little bit.
Feel like I'm still warming up, Adam, after we're seeing our first real cool temperatures of the season. So this will be Freed at the point. She'll give way to Russo, back to Freed. Freed will walk the blue line, give to Russo in the slot. She'll walk, that gets a shin, and it's Orono heading the other direction. Through a little bit of traffic, now Russo will come in alone. She'll try to give way to Evelyn Sergio, and Wayzata controls. Russo to the slot. Sergio will pick it up behind or just to the left of the net. Out to Freed. She's going to throw one on net into the chest of the Warrior goaltender.
I like the patience early. I see they're working on controlling the puck on the PP.
Patience is a little bit of a new concept for this team. We tend to rush. We're very aggressive defensively. I don't mind it, but it all comes over the course of a season as we learn and live. So this one pops out into the Warriors bench. It'll be Buwaltz on the draw to the right of the goaltender. This one's won but picked up by Fries. She gets dumped up by the side of the net, supported by Buwaltz. She'll play to the wall, Fries behind the net. Buwaltz will give way to Hillman. That makes its way to the corner, out to Abood, who will walk the line. She'll look back to Buwaltz in the slot, walks in. That one finds a wrist, but not out. Held by Jenks. Now Fries. Held again by Hillman. She'll walk to the slot, get a quick shot. That one dropped out in front. Buwaltz wasn't ready for the rebound.
It was a terrific play by Hillman to recognize that
through
space.
Traffic. This one finds its way to the Fries blade. Buwaltz will battle behind the net. Now we've got a stoppage of play. But we're back hot. So this will be a face-off won by Orono, who's now back full strength. We got a little misalignment on the clock. We'll get that fixed at the stoppage.
Ooh.
That's a hard shot from the slot. Joseph, what do you like about that one, Adam?
I thought that whole play was Makar-like. Give and go with, I think it was Fries here in the neutral zone, gets the puck back, rips it. I love jumping in the play like that.
I love how aggressive our defensemen are this year. They're willing to make and come in on the play. So this will be Joseph at the point, tries to put one through traffic. That finds the blade of Hillman, who wants to put a backhander on, and that's gobbled up by the Warriors defenseman.
You know what I like about that point about the defense is the back checking is really what enables the defensemen to take those chances. Our forwards are so responsible.
Agreed. So this will be Bubolts to the corner. She'll give way to Hillman. That one slides up the wall, supported by Fries. Fries will battle on the board, comes out to Kurtz, who will put it back in. Bubolts has been sick for the last 2 days, so she's not quite seeing the puck the way that she has been over the course of the rest of the season. We'll see if she gets her legs under. This will be Kurtz playing aggressively in the neutral zone. I believe that's Cronin for the Warriors. Now it'll be Wilson coming in alone. She's got fresh legs, nobody with her. She's going to have to go solo.
Fresh legs and hands like butter. 2 good moves there.
So now it'll be Hendricks regrouping. I'm going to give this to you in an attempt to run the scoreboard. So new production crew team here. We've got Adam Morris on color, if you haven't picked up on that just yet, folks. And this will be Cronlund coming in solo on Nobles. Nobles with good stick work. Not sure. We got a late penalty.
Yeah, I think they got freed here at the blue line, taking her girl out, either tripping or interference.
Fair enough.
But you know what? When you're at D and you're caught and you're pinching like that, you take the puck or the body. You got to get something. So at least it didn't turn into a scoring chance.
So this will be, it looks like Hendricks with Mead, Abood, and Jenks on the penalty kill for Wayzata. This one comes to Jenks. She'll give way to that's Hendricks. Now Mead will dump in deep. Played behind their own goal line, intercepted by Mead. She's going to try to get herself in position for a shot. She'll wheel, looking for a seam. Gives way to Abood out front. That one held by Jenks. Back to Abood. That one will find the breezers of Orono and out of the zone. Mead applies pressure through center ice. Jenks will give chase to the corner. Now back to Abood, who's going to find Mead. That's pressured nicely by Orono.
I really like the aggressiveness on this penalty kill. We're a minute in and they haven't controlled the puck in the zone yet.
Agreed. That'll be Abood pushing the puck out of the zone, and it'll catch Orono, Westonka offsides. Oops. Can't stay. So this is won by Orono. They'll get their what I think is probably their first shot on net of the game from the slot. Looked to be a little bit rushed. I think a lot of excitement about having an opportunity to put one on net.
Yeah, well, they better learn. You can't go to Callie's glove like that. That glove is reminiscent of Brooks Robinson.
She can snap, that's for sure. So Russo working the wall. This one will come out to the point, not out, save. Finds its way to the stick of Joseph. She gets tied up. Callanan will put that one to the corner. Joseph will put around the boards to Suraju, who can't quite control. Now it's Orono in the slot. That one comes behind the Wayzata goal line. A little bit of a trip by, it looks like, Kurtz, but threat eliminated. This one comes to the slot. Up into the air, looks like it made its way to the breezer pocket of Kurtz. A little bit of confusion.
You don't see that every day.
I feel like she knew exactly where it was, but decided for the better to leave it there, and we'll take a face-off now to the left of goaltender Callanan.
She wasn't going to let the Orono player get another whack at it.
No doubt.
So
So this
Heads
one's
up play
controlled by Orono. They'll walk to the slot. This one's played behind the net by Callanan. Another good save.
Back at full strength.
Full strength. Blue Bolts will come around her own net. She's got a little bit of space. She'll look cross ice to Fries. Fries will enter the zone solo, give way to center ice. Nobody home. Blue Bolts will play back into the corner, picked up by Hillman. She looks to center. Nobody home there but a defenseman for Orono, picked up by Freed and neutralized.
Really good regroup there. Really good regroup.
Now Hillman will put it into the spot. Blue Bolts picks up. She shoots. Quick shot, put out front, maintained by Wayzata. Fries out to the slot. Hillman wasn't quite ready for the puck on her blade, and it comes out to center ice. Now Fries. Fries will look to a driving Hillman.
Nice try on the sauce there.
I like it. So Freed aggressively picked off at the blue line, played across, good support by her D partner Noble there. So Hillman will look to cross ice.
Smart play there.
Very smart play at the end of her shift. Couldn't agree with you more. She knew when her time was done and it was time to get out.
Another good pinch by Freed. I love the determination to keep that puck inside the blue line.
And you said it earlier, it happens with the forecheck and the back check, or the back check of our forwards. Looks like we're going to get another penalty.
Yep, I think
on 9 white. That's Brielle Halverson, unfortunately picking up her first penalty for your Orono Westonka Warriors.
I think a big part of that, though, is frustration. They're having trouble getting the puck out of the zone because our D are so aggressive, and our support, our wings and centers are back to keep that puck in.
So this will be Hendricks, Wilson, and Mead on our forward line with Freed and Noble. I love the Mead-Freed alliteration for those of you that have been listening over the course of the season. So that's Freed to Hendricks. She'll look to the slot. That one comes out front, picked up by Mead. Smartly gloved by the goaltender of Orono Westonka.
That was a juicy rebound. That's why you teach your defenseman to shoot the puck low. Hard for the goalie to control those.
Hendricks will win this one, give way to Freed at the point. She'll walk the line, take what they gave her. That one's sticked away by Croman at the point. She's an aggressive forward. I'd expect nothing less. A lot of familiarity between these teams, Adam. Some of these girls play quite a bit over the summer. Some of these girls work out together over the summer. So I expect this one to be not necessarily a bloody rivalry, but a good-natured rivalry between both teams.
Yeah, I can recall a couple of years ago, many of these Wayzata girls defeated Orono in a very tight district championship game, and I think some of the same girls are on both teams. So those memories tend to linger. That's what you want. That makes for good hockey.
You took the words out of my mouth, Adam. Those memories don't go away, and you kind of remember your friends that beat you, and when you got a chance and when they got their chances. This will come to Jenks. He's going to get a quick shot. That was a deflection to Mead, steered away by the Warriors goaltender. Now Hendricks. Hendricks back to Mead. She'll walk the line in. Won't get a good chance, but played smartly by Hendricks. Hendricks will find the puck in the slot. She'll look for a seam. She finds one off the face of the goaltender. Aboud's going to pick this one up with patience. Give way back to Jenks. Jenks hits a shin, and that's going to come all the way down with 30 seconds left on the Trojans' power play. Aboud looks to stretch. That one's not going to find the blade of Wilson, and we're going to get an icing, unfortunately. With
just the timing a little bit off there, but end of a shift. They were working hard, controlling play down low in the O zone. Sometimes that happens.
I don't mind the gamble, to be honest with you. When you're catching the other team on a change, see what they're going to give you, And it's not that we didn't have the opportunity yet. So this will be Suraju coming in alone, steered off the puck. That one almost finds the stick of Morris in the slot.
Yeah, no relation, by the way, for those wondering.
That'll be a quick shot by Suraju in the slot, out of the zone, and we're gonna be back to 5-on-5 hockey. Joseph will stretch to Suraju, that can't quite find her stick, but played. So we are live hockey, no icing.
Yeah, that's the right call there. They had a chance to play that puck, this Warriors team.
This will be off the half wall, picked up by Suraju. She'll just look to the slot. Morris, gloved, but not stopped. There's a rebound chance for Russo, who puts it back into the pads of the Warrior goaltender.
One of the things I like about this line all season on those rebound chances, there's always one of them stick on the ice right out in front, ready to get that greasy goal.
That line is ready for greasy goals. I think they're known for it. A couple games ago, we talked about we'd like to see a pretty goal in the game because all of our goals were greasy. And wouldn't you know it, Lulu Fries.
Yes.
There's a pretty goal from Joseph as I'm asking for one. It seems like we just have to talk about it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You're a good luck charm.
I was starting to say last week we were talking about dirty, icky, greasy goals by that Russo Mead, the Russo Suraju Morris line, and sure enough, the next shift Lulu Fries puts one right in the top corner from the slot, just as we saw from Joseph there from the blue line. So it'll be Fries now coming in. She'll look cross ice for a driving Hillman. Buboltz picks up off the half wall to Hillman. Hillman to the slot, Fries. Buboltz fans. Back to the wall.
I love that forecheck. It's so aggressive, it just totally stymies them. The best they can do is dump it down in our end. Time to regroup.
There's a clean breakout. Cross ice to Fries, who's going to play it out the wall. She'll come in alone. That finds a stick. Can't quite get its way to the zone. Held now by Freed. Freed to Buboltz. She gets tripped. No call. She's on her knee. Loses track of the puck. It'll be Orono going the other direction. So the thing I like about that Fries, Buboltz, Hillman line is they are used to going to the wall and playing against the wall against their opponents. For the size that line is, they're not afraid to get dirty.
No.
Now it's Mead coming in solo. 1-on-4, she turns over and it's going to be Orono heading the other direction. This looks like Elin Rexdrag, who drags. She puts one out of the corner. That looked to me to be in, Adam.
No, it hit the post, but that was a really pretty move. It's
some hometown sauce.
they got
That's used to that's maybe more used to the goals here. Now we got a penalty coming against Orono.
now you know how you tell that goal's not in is the player didn't think it's in.
That's very true. She played it all the way through. And you know, the truth of the matter is there wasn't a hand in the air going down, so no goal.
But sure was a pretty move. And then it came back the other way, and Mead's physicality earned the Trojans another power play. Let's see if they can convert one of these. We've had a few early. We've had good control of the puck, but it'd be nice to see one extra pass to get that grade A scoring chance.
So this will be Jenks at the point. She'll steer away from some defense here, flip one in to the glove of the Orono Westonka goaltender. A little bit of patience.
I like that.
We saw it early. We could use it again.
Yep. I like that. I like the stick handling, the hands with Jenks. I think reminds me a little bit of Middleton. Big, solid defender, but sneaky good hands.
No doubt. Clearly something that she focused on the offseason. So this will find Mead behind her own net. That one pops out front, played away. I think Callahan's going to have to play that one. Yes, she will. So no icing. She'll play to a Bood. with an aggressive forechecking Cronlin of the Warriors. This is off the wall. Finds Mead over to Wilson, who played through center ice. Wilson in, she'll shoot one on net to the glove of the Warriors goaltender. This will be a face-off.
Too bad a little mix-up there. Abood came around the net, had a head of steam, and just couldn't get it through the skates in her own zone. But I was looking forward to seeing that train rolling downhill.
This is Russo. Played out and off the head of the official and held by Joseph. Joseph will look across to Kurtz. Kurtz will put one in, but not on. Suraju now come walking through the side. She'll get a quick shot. That one got through. Now it's Russo to the corner. Played out to the point to Joseph, who will walk, give way to Morris, who's going to be patient. She'll look for a seam. Now, quick shot on net with Kurtz sneaking down into the slot. Back to Morris.
Great patience by Morris there to find that streaking D.
Morris will see Russo. Russo to Joseph now. She'll walk. Back to Russo. Russo will walk. That one gets through. Steered away to the left of the goal. Joseph at the point. She'll give way back to Russo. We got 16 seconds. Morris will pick up that rebound. Morris now behind her own goal line. She'll give way to Joseph at the point. She'll look for a quick one. Saw a little bit of green space there. I think that was a shot for an assist. Looking for a rebound, but fortunately gloved.
And I love that Suraju was trying to screen the goalie there. Really focused on giving that shot a chance. So
little precision, right? Precision by the defense, just trying to get one through.
It's interesting. Most of this power play has been played over here on the left side of the goalie. I'd like to see the Trojans try to cycle the puck a little more, get these Orono players moving laterally, see if that opens up a little bit more space in front of the net.
So this one comes out to Joseph. Now played by Halverson. That's a dangerous player. Buboltz is going to be one-on-one with Carlin. She's going to come in alone. Fortunately, she can't get the handle on the puck. 25 seconds left, 24 seconds left in the period. Callahan smartly stops that one, knowing that she might have been in trouble with numbers in front of her.
Well, she could see that the forward there was losing control, and she really came out of her crease to poke check that puck away. She didn't wind up needing to poke check it, but she disrupted the forward shot at a goal there.
So this is Fries that'll clear. Buboltz applying pressure, finds his way to Fries. She's got a 2-on-1. Quick shot, misses the mark to the left of the goaltender. This one comes out to the point, 1 second, and that'll be the end of the first period. So not a bad first period by either team here, Adam. Don't mind what I saw out of Wayzata. Don't mind what I saw out of the Warriors. Really like for the limited chances that Allie saw, that she saw them all very, very cleanly.
I think if you're the Warriors and you played 6-8 minutes of that period shorthanded, you got to be pretty happy with a down one rip. I think for Wayzata, I don't know what the coaches are talking about over there. We're missing a couple of coaches tonight, which is too bad. And we got Maddie Heron, whose birthday it is, incidentally, out with a stress fracture, which is also too bad. So hopefully Maddie's chiming in with what she's seeing. I'd like to see our zone entries include a little bit of weaving, take the puck wide, get it down low, and maybe some shorter pass attempts. See if we can't break it open in the second.
Yeah, I'm seeing the bench now, Adam, and it looks like we are short both Dealman and Jordan. So it's the all ladies crew, which I don't actually mind one bit for these young ladies. Getting a little bit of female coaching and mentorship that we've come to expect here. Didn't know that Haran had entered the injury list for the night. Hopefully we can get her back sooner than later. And even more importantly, do we know how she did on her driver's test?
You know, I don't. I heard some mention of it. There were smiles as the discussion was happening. I think she passed it, and there was talk of her driving to Fargo or Alexandria. I don't know how realistic that is if the Heron family wants to go 40 miles an hour up on a long drive like that. But so I think she's ready.
Well, I'd like to know the timing of that request and what time she's going to get on the road and plan my commute accordingly.
I don't blame you one bit. As a parent of 2 teenagers who dented a couple of cars, that's a reasonable request.
So a little bit of zone time here for Orono at the start of the second period.
We'll see if the long change makes any difference. Sometimes kids this age, they stay out a little too long. They have a little trouble figuring out when the right time to make that long change is. And sometimes that can break a game a little bit more open, lead to some good scoring chances.
So this will be Hendricks. Oh, gives a good chance to Wilson, who wasn't quite ready for the puck on her stick. This will be Coleman finding her way to the slot, picked up by Jenks. He'll play it out of the zone.
That little play in the corner with Hendricks and Wilson was a give and go. Loved the little pass from Wilson to Hendricks, about 8 feet, and then she took off. Just didn't connect, but really heady play.
This one pops out, little miscommunication between the Wayzata defenseman, and a boot will take control and quarterback to Morris. Morris will cross center ice, look for Russo. That makes its way to Suraju, who's going to be in a battle. She gives way to Russo in the slot. Now Russo up the board. Played out to the point by a boot. Overskated by the Warriors. And Russo will look for a seam, give way to Jenks. Jenks will walk through 2 defensemen.
Silky hands again by Jenks.
Now it's Rexted, who's a dangerous player for Orono Westonka. She'll center out front. That finds his way to the point. Played off the shin of Suraju, no threat. Now out of the zone, it's going to be Morris, who's going to look across center ice. Nobody home. Catching Wayzata on a change. Might get Halverson in a race with Kurtz. She'll play off the board. Played smartly by Kurtz. Now Morris, look for Buboltz. That's turned over. Buboltz will play out of the zone. It'll be icing if it's got the legs, and it does.
Yeah, Wayzata needed that icing. That change got kind of blown up, and we had some tired wingers. But I want to go back to that shot from the D by the Warriors defenseman, Surju, exactly where she needed to be, blocking that shot. I love that wing play. That's the number one job right there.
So this is Buboltz and Halverson at the dot of Wayzata. This one, Coleman looking for a seam. She'll wheel, continuing to look for a seam. Played to the wall by Joseph, supported by Buboltz and picked up. She'll find Hillman. Puts it in the skates and out of the zone.
Yeah, I don't mind that though. That's good center play to be supporting the D like that, be behind the net. That puck's out of the zone, no harm, no foul.
Back to work at center ice for Wayzata. It'll be probably a hook that's got by with there, but we continue play. Ill-advised change is going to put Wayzata on numbers. Hillman's going to have to skate deep. Nope, we get caught with an offsides while Fries and Buboltz were looking for their change.
Well, I think that pass was a little behind Hillman, and then the other 2 forwards may have given up on the play, but that's all right. Get a change, get a fresh crew out there. Attack, attack, attack.
A little bit of reset is what I like to say. 11:34 and counting in the second period here of your Wayzata Trojans, and
Hendricks took that puck off the arm. But I love the hockey sense to get off the ice and maybe on the side, maybe on the knee there.
I think she caught it in a spot where there definitely wasn't padding. Hopefully she's going to be back in no time here. We're already down 1. skater for the night. In the meantime, the Warriors come in off sides as Wayzata challenged into the zone, which is fine. It's going to give us another chance to reset at 11-11 in the second period. Your Trojans up 1-0 on the road here at Thaler Ice Arena. So be Halverson walking the slot, picked up by Russo. Russo's going to be outnumbered through center ice, work hard on the board, give way to Suraju, who's going to battle.
What I like there is Russo got that puck deep. She was outnumbered, but she fought it all the way to past the goal line. And now Wayzata has a chance to
play a little extra defense with numbers, older numbers here. So it's Morris now on the half board. She's going to try to get it out to the point to clear. It does, and finds the stick of Russo. Russo will come in. I'm going to bet she's going to get a shot. That's in the rafters, and we're going to need a fresh one from the scorer's table.
Yeah, good stick there by the defenseman, but I like Russo taking that opportunity. She didn't really have any other option, and she had a pretty decent angle at the dot there. Fire away. While we're paused, I'd like to just acknowledge the grandparents out there watching. I know we have a couple in our family, and I'm guessing.
So this will be Rexted coming in. She's going to look to the same move that she had before. Callahan remembered it and steered it away. Thank goodness.
What a save.
So now Wayzata will have numbers if they hustle. Turned over to Morris. Morris tucks one in under the blocker to put the Trojans up 2-0.
It's funny how often in hockey that happens. A great scoring chance at one end, the goalie bails your team out, and both the excitement and the disruption of the play leads to a scoring chance going the other way, and Trojans took advantage of it.
Just enough by Callahan to get a toe on that one, turns it over the other direction, and just as you said, we're off to the races with numbers.
That might have been the best save I've seen by Callie this season.
And we've seen some dandies from both goaltenders, no question. So this will be a boot playing through center ice. She looks for Fries, picked up though by the Warriors. That one's turned over to a boot in the slot who's going to get a quick shot over the top of the goal. Fries will play around the goal, looking for Hillman.
Nice play by Hillman there to take out the hands.
Good hustle play, really. Now to give Jenks to come a chance to get back into her normal position. Now it'll be Jenks in on the forecheck. Love the support from this team. They know that our D are aggressive, so then they know when they have to cover and when it's time to go and when it's not. Played hard on the board by Fries here.
Yeah, Fries nearly got caught there. She pinched, but she didn't realize that the other left defenseman, I forget who it was changing.
That was Jenks coming off. Fries will find this one in the slot. Quick shot that gets through and gloved by Orono Westonka. We're going to cut Lulu a little bit of slack since defense isn't her normal position.
Yeah, but that's that second period change. That's what I was saying earlier about the impact it can have on opening the game up. Jenks knew the puck in the offensive zone. She had to get off the ice.
So this one's possessed by Orono behind their own net. They'll look to break out. They do, and if they hustle, they're going to have good numbers coming the other direction. Given away to the slot to Whitaker, back to Rexted, who puts in a backhander. Good quick tic-tac-toe play there from Orono to close the gap on Wayzata.
Yeah, sometimes, I think Callie was screened there, and the fact that the player who scored, you said it was Rexburg?
Rexstad. Elin Rexstad at center.
She had her back to Callie, so it was a little deceptive play. And so those bounces are going to happen.
Started to see that play develop, again, we've talked about the aggression of Wayzata. You're going to give up some odd man chances sometimes when you're playing that aggressive at the blue line and through the neutral zone. This one's in the slot, put it in the mixer. Noble will pick it up, that finds a shin, and out of the zone.
You know, to your point though, I think, you know, at this age, the game is fast enough that those scoring plays develop quicker sometimes than the girls are still expecting. And that play really developed when they crossed the blue line, their own blue line, with 3 people in control of the puck, and really were able to carry it into the O zone and set up that play.
And then it's off to the races,
Yep.
right? So this will be Russo with Morris and Suraju, one back by the Warriors. This one finds its way to the half wall, played aggressively by Noble, picked up by Suraju.
Really smart play to walk the line and give her teammates time to get out of the zone there by Suraju.
This will find Russo in the slot. She'll put a backhander on, rebound out there for somebody, but nobody found it. This one's off the wall to Noble. Will play back into Morris. Morris with the wall work. Supported by Halverson, now Russo. Morris will give way to Russo. That finds the blade of Orono out into the neutral zone. Good stick play or foot play by Freed. Morris will put a backhander through center. Now Noble. Noble will find a seam. She looks to backhand pass to the slot. Nobody there. She'll put this one quickly on net. Glove save. And we're going to get a face-off in the Wayzata offensive zone to the left.
Yeah, I think right there was an opportunity to cycle a little bit more, start changing on the fly, and recognize that the Orono Westonka girls had been out there a long time. Start getting some fresh bodies while controlling the puck. I'd like to see some patience there in that situation.
So now Hillman, she'll put one into the slot. Played smart away by Rexstead. Again, a dangerous player. She'll give back to her trailing forward, now to the point. Buboltz will pick this one up the half wall. Out of the zone play over to Fries. Fries will play it into her own zone. Behind the Orono net. Aggressive forecheck here.
Yep.
Fries will cycle back to Hillman. Hillman looks to the point. Buboltz will skate into support. Played off a skate, still held. Now it's going to be Orono coming the other direction. Good stick play by Wayzata.
Big collision there in center ice. Fries and 43 for the Warriors there.
2 girls not quite aware of their surroundings. Made for a blue line collision. This one will be icing as Hillman recognizes it's time for her and Buboltz to get off. Hopefully Lulu's okay there.
Oh, I think, yeah, they both got up. Neither looked like they had any long-term impacts. Just surprised them a little bit, but you know, you gotta. Our team is really good at handling the physicality. I think the more bumping they can do now in December, the better position we're going to be for the games in March.
No question. So it looks like Hendricks, I probably missed a couple shifts in there, but looks like she's recovered from that puck that caught her in a soft spot.
Smart pinch by Kurtz there.
Kurtz will play around to Hendricks, who's going to find a seam. She'll walk in, played out of the zone, or out of danger, but picked up now by Wilson. She'll go to the point now. Joseph will find one low, look to pass it in front. Good congestion and played to the side. Orono's going to come the other direction. They clear. And now Halverson sticked away by Joseph.
That was a terrific shot pass by Joseph down at the other end. She was aiming for, I think it was Hendrick's stick, maybe Wilson's.
I'll give you a hint. It is the Suraju blade that we often find standing right in front of the net and has been called for standing in the blue plate a couple times this year. That's her spot, that's her office, and she owns it. No question about that. This will be Morris. Finds a stick on its way through.
Nice play there.
Morris hits a skate on its way out of the zone. Now Kurtz. Kurtz will give way out of the reach of Freed. Now Russo coming through center ice. Wayzata has numbers, but Russo will take it solo. Blocker there, I'm sorry, that's a pad save.
Russo looked like McDavid there, just going right between the defensemen.
Now she'll find one in the slot, gloved away by Orono.
Nice save
to the
by
point.
The goalie, though.
Freed can't quite catch the handle. She recovers. Picked up now by Halverson. That's a blocker save, steered away by Callanan. Now Morris. Morris is challenged, but we find our puck out of the zone. Russo's going to play it to the corner.
Heads up play there. Time to get some fresh bodies.
This one's off the wall, picked up by Fries. Hot pass going to Freed, off a shin, back to Fries. Buboltz will stick that to herself. She'll look, put one on net, steered away. Look for Fries in the slot. That one hits a skate off the mark. Played behind the net. Fries will give chase. A little bit of pause, held by Aboud there. She'll play to herself off the wall. Now finds a seam. She's going to get a quick shot off the mark. That's going to give us a trip by Hillman. Played into the zone. And we're going to get a stoppage at play with 2:23 here in the second. And it's going to find Hillman in the box and Wayzata on their first, or their second, maybe
Second,
third?
second, I think.
Second penalty kill of this hockey game.
The dreaded PIM. Penalty infraction minutes. What a funny abbreviation that is. Instead of PM, penalty minutes. Ooh, you get the rare face-off toss.
From the circle.
You don't see that too often at 15U.
Or in youth hockey in general. It's time to start regulating, I guess. These girls are old enough. Let's go. Figure it out.
But based on
Rexstad in the slot. She's got a cannon.
I love Jenks there, just making sure she took care of number 7 stick. Lifted it up, knocked it right out of her hands, but not messing around in case there was a rebound.
So possession picked up by Orono here. They'll play behind the Wayzata net, look to set something up. This one comes to the point, played to the slot and then to the corner. Fries is going to pick it up. She'll clear to Buboltz, who gets out of the zone. She's going to play to the boards in alone and behind the net and give chase. That gives a chance for Fries to recover. She might pick one up in the slot here, just going to battle and push. That's okay. She buys time for a line change. And now Hendricks off her own stick. She's going to battle to her own corner. Tries to play to herself. Now Mead. This one will come out of the zone. Not going to have legs enough, but Joseph will possess. She'll play up to Mead, who's going to be coming in solo. Played off the ice, tripped on her way to the net. I think she was shocked at how alone she was.
Yeah, she didn't get all of that shot.
Played in. Mead might get herself a second chance right here. That's played in behind the net. Hendricks will give chase. Played back to Orono. 50 seconds left in the period. 25 in the PK. Now through center ice. Pace has slowed a little bit. Halverson will find it in the slot. Gloved up and away by Callanan. Good patience by the Orono on this power play. 2 seconds, we're back to full strength.
20 seconds left in the period here.
That one finds his way to the slot dot. Off the mark, picked up by Krolman. Wayzata can go back. They need to fend this off for 8 seconds, 5 seconds. Finds Kurtz, who's going to give way to Mead, and that'll bring us to the end with Wayzata up 2-1 over your Orono Westonka Warriors after 2 periods of play. We'll get a ZAM here between the second and third, and we'll be back for your third period of action. Looking for more electric energy in the building tonight, Adam.
No doubt, no doubt. But these fans are into it, and we're ready to see this through. I see smiles on the Wayzata girls' faces after coming off the ice. That's a good sign.
It's fun to play your friends, right? All right, we'll be back after about 10 minutes here for a quick Zamboni and clean ice. live.
Well, welcome back to Mound, Westonka, Minnetrista. What city are we in tonight, Chris?
I think technically we're in Mound, but I drove through Minnetrista and Independence on my way here.
Yeah, hard to figure out the borders out here in the country. But before I forget, I want to go back to, we got some grandparents watching tonight. I know at least one set in North Carolina, one set in Florida. I think we should have on one of the bus rides up north this winter, maybe have a grandparent roster tally so we know where they all are.
That's a great idea. I know we've got a set in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Looking forward to the upcoming tournament where they'll see plenty of games.
Are they going to make it up to Moorhead?
I don't think up to Moorhead. They'll be up here, I think, probably for the local tournament. That one steered away dangerously behind the Wayzata net. So Joseph will offer pressure in the corner. Those two go to school together. That's a trip, but not called. Looks like maybe Wilson.
I think maybe just lost her footing there a little bit. I'd like to see Wayzata here. You know, this is a 2-1 game. I think it's a little tighter than it ought to be. And I'd like to think their coaches and the leaders on the team had a chat in the locker room about taking command of this third period early here.
So I did talk to one Warrior parent on the way out here between the periods. They are short a few players, so let's see if Wayzata can use that to their advantage. One thing or another thing that they've been able to do all season is just generally wear teams down. We're deep and we're fast, and that's kind of been another calling card for your Trojans. This will come scored out to center ice. A little bit of jabbing and feeling each other out here at the start of the third period. We're going to get an icing on Orono Westonka at 13:44 here in the third period. Wayzata Trojans up 2-1.
You're right, Chris, that we've worn teams down with deep and fast, but the way that you do that in the third period, especially a game like this where the puck's bouncing around a little bit, is you shorten your shifts down to 45 seconds.
That one's put in through traffic, finds its way in the mixer, but not on a pad. Played aggressively by Freed. Sergio will support. Again, this is what we talked about earlier in the game, a little bit of physicality. That one pops out to center ice. I think Wayzata has enough steam to back check their way through, steered to the side by Callanan. Now Morris through center ice. It's a 2-on-3. She'll carry to the corner, put the brakes on. Possess. Tried to play deep. Off the blade of Orono. Russo will give chase. That comes to the point. Freed back to Russo, who's going to walk through the slot. Puck knocked off her stick, and it's Orono coming the other direction. Aggressive play in the neutral zone by Freed.
Yeah, Freed right there prevented Orono. The Orono player was looking to dump that puck in, get a change, and Freed stepped up, wouldn't let her get to the red line, prevented the change, and we'll see what happens here, but very smart play.
So Freed will come off to buy time for another change. That one's turned over by a boot at center ice. She'll play stick play through. That should be offsides, and it is. Nice part about 15U hockey is you get 3 officials on the ice. Offsides come, there's no close ones, maybe is what I should say.
Yeah, these guys, you know, I like to say about the officials, of course they don't always see it the way that we see it, but they're out here helping youth hockey out and deserve a lot of credit for giving their nights away from their families so that we can have these experiences. Whoops.
Well, we're going to get an interference, it looks like. That'll be Hillman being sent to the box on a mystery play. As much praise as I want to give the officials, I'm a homer at heart, and I'm not sure I agree with that one.
Well, I didn't actually see the play. I'd like to see it on replay later tonight, but Hillman, she plays the game hard, and sometimes she runs into people, and
me, Fries smartly played in deep. She'll possess, find it one in the slot, couldn't quite get the handle. Buboltz will play aggressively, and Abud will pick that up to hold. Played across ice. Jinx is playing defense, but Fries is there. Backhand pass. Stepped up by Abud. Fries picks it up again. She'll go hard to the corner, and she'll look to come off. Buboltz will apply pressure. She finds it on her blade. Walled off the puck, but it gives time to Mead to get on the ice. Now Crolin coming in. She's going to take an hot shot. Couldn't quite get gloved by Callahan, and it trickles in at 11:06 in the third. So we've got a tied hockey game here in the third. Knew this was going to be a toughly contested game.
I think Callie's going to want that one back, but you know what? There's nobody better at rebounding from a goal. No more intense competitors. So see how these forwards respond. If they can put a little pressure, get some offensive zone time here.
Joseph off the wall gives way to the Warriors, who are going to look to the slot. Intercepted by Mead. She's going to come with speed. It'll be a battle on the wall. She's pushed off, maintains possession. Just had her stick lifted at the last moment before she, I think, was probably looking at the back of the net.
Yeah, that maybe could have been a hook. Looked like the defender had a little bit of her
Joseph
hands
to
there.
the point. She's going to get green space, steered away by Rexstead out front. Kurtz finds herself a little bit out of position. Hard shot, finds its way to the point. That's going to clear the zone through the skates of Hendricks. She picks it up now. Dump in deep, steered to the corner. Line change coming for both teams. Pressure applied by Suraju, comes through center ice. And now Noble will pick it up at the dot in her defensive zone. Suraju and Noble picked up by Orono, who will circle and look for a seam. Put the brakes on at the half wall. Played by Morris to the wall. Held by Orono.
This Orono team is buzzing. I think our Trojans had better get a little crisper on the passing here.
This is a hard pass into the shin of Russo. Now Suraju will enter solo. She'll work to the corner, put the brakes on, look out front, turned over. This one clears the zone, catches the defenseman sleeping a little bit, but fortunately, Orono was coming on a change. Suraju looks to center ice. She'll play to Morris. Morris will hit a skate. That's cleared out again. Now Noble off the wall. Little bit of pressure. Soft shot steered to the right by Callahan. Russo now. That's a rocket from the top of the circle. Rebound steered away, and then another centering attempt. Here's Fries. Fries will reach. She's in alone. She's going to have to buy a little bit of time for herself. Now Buboltz is in to support.
It's a great play by Fries to keep that puck down low and wait for support. We need some zone time here.
Jenks will play to Buboltz behind the goal. She's looking for a little Gino action. This one's played out of the zone, and we're going to get icing at 8:10 in the third period.
I think the Wayzata parents are starting to get a little restless down here.
Little restlessness indeed. And it's founded. Buboltz looks like she's calling a play, making sure everybody's on the same page. That'll be played to the wall, picked up by Buboltz through the slot.
Well, you know, sometimes we got to remember these young ladies. What have they been in Brooklyn Park till 10 p.m. twice in the last 3 nights? Sometimes you don't have it in the legs, and that's when you got to battle through it. Get back to fundamentals.
This will be a pass off the sticks of Fries. Not enough. It just gets enough for no icing. Hillman will apply pressure. She's going to have to hold. She puts it on net. Don't think it's going to count for a shot, but played hard. Take a moment to get the scoreboard updated. We are indeed tied 2-2. I've got it. That'll be a shot on net, frozen. A little bit of aggressive play out front. We are 7:17 now left in the second period.
Yeah, I think that was the first hard shot of the third for the Trojans. You know, you coming out of that break, you really want to see a couple of early shots to get your rhythm going. Orono's done a good job of taking us out of our aggressive forecheck. And they've done a much better job controlling the puck than they did earlier in the game.
So now Kurt's behind her own net. She'll cycle over to Joseph.
Really nice regroup there.
Mead to Hendricks. She's going to have her stick lifted, but that finds its way back to Mead. Mead's going to try to walk in. Backhand attempt, just off the mark. She'll possess still. Look for another seam. Another backhand attempt into the chest of the Orono goaltender. I like the aggressive play there.
Yeah, I do too. We've had two players, Mead just there and Russo in the second, come across that top of that circle on their backhand and get good chances off of the backhand. I like developing that Sidney Crosby skill.
So another face-off win by Orono. I have to believe they're winning the 50-50 draws tonight, as Wayzata just can't quite time this drop tonight. So this will be Mead at the wall. She'll give way to Kurtz at the point. She's going to look for one through traffic, played by Orono, who's going to pause for the moment, gather up the puck, and try to play through traffic. Kurtz will come across, steer the puck off of the stick of Halverson. This is Wilson. This one's off the wall now to Mead, who's going to try to center into the skates of Hendricks. Hendricks is going to try to hold here while we get a line change. She'll play through the slot. This one comes out. Ooh, miscommunication there. Scooped up by Joseph. Joseph will look to Noble. Noble's going to join the rush here. Look to the dot. Gets one out front, just out of the reach of Suraju.
Really heads-up play by Noble, both to see the opportunity and then to take it wide.
Now it's Russo with a chance of the shot. That's just over the top of the net. Played behind the net. It's Russo applying the forecheck there. Good aggressive play. Again, finds herself in the slot. Same spot, just over the top corner of the net.
Yep, maybe she sees something there in that upper glove side corner.
This is aggressive play by Freed, backed up by Russo. Now Orono is going to look to break out of their zone. A little bit of pressure turns the puck over. Freed gets caught pinching. Morris will have to pick it up and give to Noble. Noble plays out to center ice. We're not going to get icing there because it looks like everybody was just ignoring the puck. This one plays to center, back out to the blue line of Orono. Off the wall, turned over to Freed. Freed's going to come in on the rush solo, get a shot. Ooh. Good, calm play by the Orono goaltender. Gotta give her credit where credit is due. She's been really still in that spot, very confident in her motions all night.
That's definitely true, Chris. But what I think we're starting to see is the ice tilt a little bit. That shift was entirely down in the O zone. The regroups were quick, and now look, we're going to get another shot on net here.
This one's played through. Almost a good shot, good chance by Hillman. I shouldn't say almost, it was a good chance by Hillman. Hard pinch on the wall by Jenks. Jenks will scoop it up, try to play back in. Now it's Fries who will walk in. Look to center to Bubaltz, who was tied up in front of the net. She'll cycle back to Fries. Fries will look to Jenks, who was in the slot. That catches the skate. Backed out to Jenks. Jenks is going to get a shot through. That one's in the mixer. grade A chance once again. Good aggressive spot for Hillman to be in. She gets dragged down at the corner. This one's played out of the zone. Jinx is going to have to be in a race with a speedy Kronlund. She plays out of the zone. It's going to turn over at center ice, but picked up now by Fries. He's going to come in with help from Hillman. Can't quite catch the handle. She's got heavy legs at the end of her shift.
Yeah, these wingers better take the chance to get off now.
This is held by Abood, like her strong play there. That'll be played in on the glove of the Orono goaltender, and it's going to give a chance for fresh defensemen and a complete Hendricks, Mead, and Wilson line.
We got 3 minutes to go. Whoever wants this game more is going to win it. And Westonka's starting to look like they want it.
One to the point, into the sticks of Hendricks. It'll be turned over, and Orono coming the other direction. Good coverage here. That's a hard shot off the mark, picked up by Wilson. Not out. Held by Orono. Now it's in the center ice. This will be a race by Mead. Quick turn and pass through Orono through middle ice. If they hustle, they have numbers. Nope, turned over again. Now Kurtz will be leading the rush. She'll play behind her own net. She falls. That one's just off the mark.
Glad she kept her head up there. That was a big collision with those end boards.
So Hendricks notices that defense is exiting. She'll play out to the front, finds its way to Joseph. Wilson looking to the slot, misses the puck at her feet. This one plays to the corner. Hendricks will hold. Look for a seam. Aggressive play by Noble. Got to be careful here. Now it's Suraju coming on. Played through center ice. Mead will come back in. She'll look for a quick shot. Trips on the shot.
Right idea there. Quick shot.
Noble will play through some traffic. She'll cycle, or I should say circle. Look to the slot now. That'll find Russo's stick. That's just off the mark. Played in the zone by Morris. Back out off a skate. Orono will struggle to find possession. That one clears, and it's going to be a race by Freed. Freed will play around to Noble, who play back to Freed. Minute and a half left in this ball game. Russo, self-pass, played to center ice, loses the handle, picked up by Suraju, who will across the ice again to Russo. This is off the wall, not out of the zone though. Morris will play it. Now it'll be a one-on-one.
Nice stick there by Freed.
Played away by Freed. 1 minute in regulation hockey. Morris to center. Now Suraju. This will be one last rush for this line into the glove of the Orono goaltender. Catches that line at the end of their shift. It'll be Buboltz with Fries and Hillman setting up their final face-off play for what might be their last shift of this hockey game. Abood and Jinx at the point. Buboltz wins clean to Abood. She'll play back behind the wall. To Hillman. Buboltz is alone in the slot. A little too much slot sauce there. This one finds Abood. She's going to lift the stick. That one's played in. Should have been offsides. Now it's deep into the Orono zone. Played to the wall. Buboltz will aggressively play to the half wall. That one finds the slot. Blocker saved by Callanan. She's got to get one more in this last minute. Now we're going to get a penalty. Not sure where. And we're going to get 18 seconds.
43 white.
Of Wayzata power play. I see the coaches looking to each other with 18 seconds.
Yeah, we haven't had many situations like this year where you got to think about this end of game strategy in a tight game.
So they tell Callanan she's going to stay in net as this is just a regular season game. It's not do or die. So Buboltz will take the face off, won by Orono. They're going to be content to steer. That one's played through the dot and out. Hillman will pick it up with 8 seconds. 5 seconds. Wayzata has to hustle here. urgency may be lacking in these waning seconds of a power play. And the Wayzata played themselves to a tie with the Orono Westonka Whitehawks.
Well, I think, as much as it's good to get a point, I think Wayzata is going to look back on this game and think this was one they could have had.
Wonderful. Thank you.
They really controlled the play early, potted two, and as we watch them go through the handshake line, still all happy, which is what we want to see. I think they started smacking at the puck, and they weren't quite as crisp late in the game. And ultimately, those breakdowns cost them the extra point. But go on the road and you get a point, and you see your friends, and as they're kneeling down and I think saying a post-game prayer, see your friends and demonstrate sportsmanship. That's what hockey's all about, win or lose.
So this one will sharpen us up for a weekend in Moorhead, Adam. I think we face a West Fargo team that looks to have a record that might be struggling, but it's a team that we haven't faced, so I don't want to take anybody for granted, and I certainly know that these coaches won't let these girls not be ready.
Yeah, I'd love to see some discussion, and I guess I don't know if there's practice tomorrow night, but I'd like to see some discussion about tightening things a little bit, meaning get the center a little lower, a little closer to the wings on the breakout, and your zone entry on the offensive side of things, get the wings and the puck carrier a little closer together, increase the odds of those passes connecting, make them a little easier.
So that'll end us for tonight here in Thaler Arena in Mound. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. We'll see you in a couple days.